Hello everybody and welcome back to Joker's Marble League Season 5, and today we'll be seeing the brand new event, first one this season, the bearing throw. And in this one we see the team is going down a small ramp to knock off 3 ball bearings, and the goal is to knock them as far as possible down the field we have. And last time out the Valorants kept the lead by 9 points, yet it's very close in the championship top half. It's going to be an exciting battle, and we see the points that you receive for each of the ball bearings falling in the respective zone. The goal is to get a 10, of course, and you have 3 balls in each run. Each team has 2 attempts, and any ties will be broken by the amount of missed balls. And we see the time watches beginning, and the first attempt they knock off 2 ball bearings, and they got 3 and 5, and there will be 8 for the first attempt. They'll still have 1 more now, and they are going at it, and this one was better, but just 1 ball knocked off, so it was just a 7, and a total of 15 will be for the time watchers. And this is the first benchmark of this event. Nobody had experience, so it's kind of the equal conditions for everybody. And the Marin missiles are going next, and their first attempt has only 1 ball bearing knocked off. It's a 5-pointer. Not amazing at all. The second attempt is better, 2 balls here. They get a 3 and a 4, I think, so it's a 7, and it will be a 12 as a total. Second place for the moment, and behind the time watchers. Now the Magmatic Maniacs, they've been struggling the past few events. They need some momentum going, and 2 balls in this first attempt. It's a grey one. One of them gets as far as 10, and the second ball is in the 5 zone, so it's a 15. It's right away tying the watchers with just 1 attempt, and they still have 1 more. And oh my goodness, this was amazing! All 3 balls knocked off by the Magmatic Maniacs. One of them is a 10, the second one is a 5th, and last but not least 4 points, and the result is a 34 points total for the Maniacs. And Team Butterfly going next, and their first attempt was a grey one. They had a 10 and a 7. And this is a great start. A 17-pointer already guaranteed themselves at least second, but they might battle with the Maniacs here in this one, and I think they will not. Just a 7-pointer, just 1 ball knocked off in the second attempt. Not what they wanted, but still a 24-pointer, and enough to take the second place quite easily. And next up are the Golden Seals going next, and the first attempt they have 1 ball only. And this is a 4-pointer. Not a great start for the Seals. They need to knock off more, and we will see the second attempt. And oh, that was pretty decent actually. A 7 and a 3, enough for a 10 in this attempt only. So 14-pointer. They will beat the missiles and get the 4th place out of 5, but it's not great at all. The Pesky Peppers, they've been quite mediocre since 2 first-grade events. And what was that? The first attempt is pretty much terrible, and just 1 point. The only ball bearing that was knocked off is in the minimum zone, but in the second attempt they recover pretty nicely. All 3 of them are down, and they get the 2 and a 4 and a 4, so it will be an 11 total, but still not enough to beat anyone. It's last place for the moment. The Neon Lights are going next, and we'll see just 1 ball here. It's a 10. The strength is on point, but they didn't have all the 3 of them knocked off, so that's not a great thing for them. We'll see the second attempt, and the same issue here. There's only 1 ball bearing knocked off, and there's a 5-pointer in this run, so 15 total, and they are 4th right now, behind the time watchers, back on the tiebreak. And now the Sandstorms are going, and this first attempt was pretty nice. They had a 10 and a 4. So enough to take a decent score in the first attempt. Now we will have a second attempt going at it, and let's see how they do. Not amazingly. They kind of sell it in this one. Just 1 ball bearing knocked down, 5-pointer, and 19 as a total. Still enough for 3rd, the great result for them. Now the Ghost Riders are going next. We'll see how they do. And this was pretty decent. 2 ball bearings knocked off. One of them has a 5, the second is a 4, a 9-point total after the first attempt. It's not bad, but they can do more. Let's see. And all of the 3 balls are knocked off, and pretty much inconsistent here. One of them gets a 10, the second is a 5, and the third one is just a 1-pointer. But either way, they were enough to get the second place. You see now the Shell Shark is going next. Just one ball bearing knocked off in the first attempt. Just a 5-pointer in the first run. And not amazing for the Sharkers here. We'll see the second attempt now. And they do pretty decently. Double 4 for them here. Just a 13 it will be. And only 8th. It's not a great result for the Shell Sharkers. But we still have some more teams. I have Sakura Shinji going next. And let's see how they do. And the first attempt is also quite inconsistent. They have 2 ball bearings knocked off. One is a 10, the second one is just a 1. That's all spectrum of points you can get. Now the second attempt also knocking off 2 ball bearings. And I think both of them went to a 3-point zone, so it's a 17. But still enough for 5th place for the Sakura CNG. Decent job here in this round. And now Asteroid Impact, the defending champion. And they're pretty decent at the strength events usually, and this is quite nice. 7 and a 5 in the first attempt. It's a 12. We'll see how they do in the second attempt right now, and this is just a 1 ball, and this is only a 5-pointer. Not what they wanted at all. 17 is a total, still 6, but it's had more potential than that, to be honest. Now the Master Rollers, the runners up, and the winners of the very last event, and then the first of them knock off 3 balls. It's quite great for them. 4, 4 and the 7, and 15 as a total. Great job for the Marauders in the first one. Can they keep it in the second one? It's also pretty nice. A double 4 again. They got 4 balls, hit the 4-point zone. It's a 23 as a result. And just short of the podium spots, 4th for the time being. Now the Mighty Minerals, the final 3 teams here, are going next. And the Minerals in the first attempt have only an 8-pointer here. A double 4. Now the second attempt time for the Minerals. Let's see how they do here. Another time knocking down 2 balls there. Just 4 for the first one and a 7 for the second. And it is a 19-pointer. 5th place still. Great job. But that guarantees the Magmatic Maniacs the first medal after the downhill dash event. And now the Tony Troop going next. The first round was a bad one. Just a 3-pointer, 1 ball bearing knocked off. Not what they wanted at all. Now the second attempt, and it's pretty nice. They get a 2 balls knocked off, and both of them went to the furthest zone possible. It's a 20 in the second attempt. A nice recovery. 5th place is now belonging to the Tony Troop, but the Ghost Riders are guaranteed a medal. Now the Viridian Valorant, the last team to run here. And they get a 5-point in the first run. And it's not gonna be challenging for the gold unless they hit 3 balls into the 10-point zone. It will be not the gold. The Maniacs will win it, but the Valorants will get a 10 for the second run and get a 15, which is tied for 11 with the Neon Lights. Now will be the tiebreaker run. Each team will have just 1 attempt to hit the best possible score, and the Lights go first. First attempt is pretty nice, just 1 ball though. It's just a 7-pointer. It's quite decent, but we'll see how the Valorants do now. And they are ready to go. How well will they do? Let's see. Just 2 balls of them, and they have a 4 and a 3, so it will be 7 as well. But the Valorants had less misses, so they will win the tiebreaker against the Neon Lights and take 11th in the event. But still not what the championship leaders wanted. But this is it. The Magmatic Maniacs, the Ghost Riders and Team Butterfly have got the podium spot. The Master Rollers in 4th, and Tony Troop, Mighty Minerals, Sandstorm, Sakura CNG running out the top half. And it was quite an interesting event. Now let's enjoy the podium. The Magmatic Maniacs of course won their first gold medal in the JML history. Up to now is hard they are, but in the lead there's a 3-point gap. Valorant still lead, but the 22-point lead is gone, long gone. Tony Troop close, Ghost Riders close, Master Marauders, Mighty Minerals, Asteroid Impact, Sakura CNG, Sandstorms are all in the gold medal reach of the championship lead. This is gonna be exciting in the next event, and this is the final lap race. Stay tuned, and goodbye for now.